Alright guys, what's going on? Hold on, let me take my phone in my pocket. Anyway, today we're going to be learning on how to do the front handspring, and I'm sorry I just woke up, so I look kind of drunk, but anyway, yeah, today we're going to be learning on how to do a front handspring. This is week 4. I told you guys I'd be teaching on how to do the front handspring, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So my opinion on the front handspring is the second flip you should learn on the ground. First one I say would be a cartwheel, then the second one would be a front handspring. So if you guys know how to do a cartwheel, great, then you're ready to do a front handspring. If you don't know how to do a cartwheel, that's okay too, but you might want to practice a cartwheel. It's just a recommendation, okay? It's just recommended. You don't have to know how to do a cartwheel, but it's actually kind of better to know. But for the front handspring, I recommend you know how to do a cartwheel, and then you can probably move on to a front handspring. Because some things that you need to know on how to do a front handspring, a few things is you need to know things I recommend you know how to do. Is one of them is a cartwheel, which is pretty simple, just this. That's kind of bad. And then kind of like a handstand too. You don't have to hold a handstand, because I can't hold a handstand, but just a kind of like a handstand, so it gets you to a bit of a feeling like that. Alright, and then probably it's a handstand smackdown, I think it's called, which is like this here. Kind of like that. Alright, then after that, you basically have some recommendations on how to do the front handspring, and now you can probably move on to doing it. Okay, so I'm gonna go over how to do this in steps, since this is week 4. Alright, so first thing you want to do is you want to get used to running. Alright, so this is kind of like the gymnastics way of teaching a front handspring. They run and then they put their hands to the ground. So get used to doing that. You don't want to kick hard when you do it, because you want to work on your hand placement. You don't want to just go for it. You want to work on your hand placement, because if your hands slip or something, this grass here is pretty wet. So if I screw up my hand placement, so if I kind of go like this and my hand slips or something, I'm gonna fall. And that's the first thing you want to do on a front handspring. Because if you do that, then you're going to be scared to do it again. So you don't want to, so what you want to do to start out with is you just want to kind of run, and you want to work on your hand placement by putting your hands to the ground. That's the very first step you should do. So just run and just put your hands to the ground, alright, and have them at shoulder width. Don't have them out here, or like this, or like this. Shoulder width, and make them be even. Also, one thing that might help you doing this is if you do it, but you still have your hands out a little bit. But if you have your thumbs, if you have your hands shoulder width, but you don't have your hands completely straight, maybe like this a little bit. Well, if you have no problem with having your hands at shoulder width, have your when you go together, make your thumbs touch like this here. So you're going like this, you have no problem with doing your shoulder width, but then you have your thumbs touch. Alright, so that's a good thing. Alright, so you're running and you put your hands to the ground, you're going to kick a little bit up. So progression is run and then kick a little bit up, like that. So also, you don't have to run for this too, but it's going to get you a lot more momentum, because you see people do if you ever see someone, they get a lot more momentum when they run into it. Take for instance a front flip. Not a lot of people can do a front flip just standing, but when they run and then they do it, then they don't really have that much of a problem. Or take for instance me for a side flip. I can't just do a standing side flip, but when I actually run and do it, I get more momentum that way. And I can do a cartwheel just standing, but the thing about a cartwheel is if you actually run and then do it, you have a lot more power and momentum. Same with a round off, or pretty much any kind of forward flip. As long if you run into it, you're going to get a lot more momentum. For me, I really can't do I can't really do just a standing front handspring. That's kind of a shame about me. What a shame, you know. What a shame. What can you do? Okay, anyway, back to the tutorial. I forgot where I was. Right, you're kicking up, alright? So you just put your hands to the ground and then you're kicking up. If you already worked on your running technique and putting your hands to the ground, then like the next step you want to do is you just want to kick up just a little bit. Not enough. You just want to keep doing this here until you get the feeling, until you get like almost like to a complete handstand. This is where the handstand technique comes in, okay? So you put your hands to the ground, just kick up. Don't kick hard yet, okay, because you're not there yet. Just kick a little bit up, and you just want to keep doing this until you can get almost like completely straight, kind of like a handstand, and you don't want to kick hard, alright? So this is where the part where like you already got your running technique down, and then you're just putting your hands to the ground, you already got that, but then you're just kicking just a little bit up, get you more of a feeling of what the handspring's actually like. Alright, you can put like some pads down on the ground. I mean, I never did that, and I kind of wish I did, but yeah, you put some like pads down on the ground, like a mattress, or, you know, or you can put like some pillows, just cushions, and even a dog bed even works. Just like anything that's, I mean, it beats a heck of just landing on the ground, you know. But yeah, that's what you're doing, alright? I want to talk about your hand placement a little bit more too. When you're doing this, you want to have your hands completely straight out, alright? Fingertips are going to be doing the way that you're going to be flipping. Don't put your hands like this or whatever. Have your hands, fingertips are pointing straight out, not to the side. Don't have them like that because you're going to really hit your wrist. Alright, don't go like this, like just like at an angle like this, or have them completely sideways. Fingertips facing that way, the way you're going to be doing the flip, alright? So, or another way to better explain this, when you put your hands to the ground, your fingertips should be pointing away from your body. So they're going to be pointing out, and you're doing it like that. Alright. So, kind of echoing right now. Hope it doesn't rain on me. I haven't even done the flip yet. Okay, anyway. So yeah, that's okay, so that's basically your hand placement. Then after you get done kicking up, you basically, this is where the handstand smackdown comes in. You want to maybe like try it, instead of going like straight forward, maybe you can kind of progress into it, almost kind of like turning a cartwheel into a front handspring, which sounds kind of stupid, but it kind of helps. Alright, so instead of just like going for a front handspring, after you do like your running technique, you can probably maybe like go a little bit more to the side. So you turn the cartwheel, so this is a cartwheel, and you're basically just turning that into a front handspring, even though that was probably a camera view, but you've already seen me do a cartwheel. Okay, so yeah, you can basically turn a cartwheel into a front handspring. So you just do a cartwheel here, and then you just kind of turn maybe just a little bit more, and going into a front handspring. And this is kind of, alright, and this is kind of like the round off, how this kind of works into it too. Even though you're facing the opposite direction, like you're doing a front handspring, you go completely forward. You don't go like to the side at all. In a cartwheel, you're completely going sideways. You don't even start out straight. But in a round off, it kind of helps just a little bit, but not a whole lot. I mean, basically what the cartwheel does is basically kind of like get you over the fear because you're going to the side. Kind of like a hack flip compared to a back flip. Like a hack flip, you just go use back flip to the side, and the back flip you just go completely straight over. I can't even do a hack flip on the trampoline, but I can do a back flip flawlessly. Anyway, yeah, so you're doing a cartwheel, and you just did a cartwheel, maybe, I don't know if you know how to do one or not, and then you kind of go to a round off. So this is a round off. So that's a round off. I swear that's out of camera view. So that's a round off right there. And that kind of helps you a little bit, but not a whole lot, because you're facing the opposite direction. It kind of gets you over a fear of kind of like kicking up, but it kind of helps. It kind of does. Alright, so that's basically on how to do a front handspring, really. I'll go over it one last time, a short way of doing it. So you run, you put your hands to the ground, fingertips point away from your body. Put your hands to the ground, put them even, and then you just kick up, and after you kick up, when you're kind of like in a handstand, You're just going to kind of like let off your hands, and then you're just going to land. Alright? For your first time, you might land kind of low. You might not even do it. But after you get good at running and do it, you can probably just stand and do it. I probably can't stand to do it because I haven't done a front handspring in a while, alright? But yeah, you're probably going to land maybe like this, or kind of like stumble, or kind of like you're duck walking, or yeah, you might, I don't know, but yeah, guys, that's basically on how to do a front handspring. I'll do one for you guys. I guess I don't know how this is gonna work. Like I just said, I just woke up, so let's see how it does. And guys, that is how to do a front handspring, alright? So, this isn't really too hard of a move. It's kind of simple. Like I said, I'm seeing some blue twinkles right now. They kind of look silverish, but I don't know. I feel a little bit dizzy. But anyway, guys, yeah, that's how you do a front handspring. It's not too hard, but you might feel a little impact on your legs, but you know, it's really not that hard. And yeah, that's the end of week 4. So next week is going to be on how to do a swing flip, or some people call it a backflip out of a swing, which is the definition of a swing flip. Alright, so see you guys for week 5. Make sure you stay tuned for how to do a swing flip. This is Trey Maximus. Peace out, and thank you all for watching.